Being Spanish speaking in Oklahoma was a lot of fun. I loved being a Spanish speaking missionary. Spanish people are so much more loving than white people in general, I would say. Most of them, and most people in Oklahoma in general, but especially the Hispanics, were really open to talking to us about religion. I remember in my first area, I was in Oklahoma City, which Oklahoma City has a decent Hispanic population, but the part that I was in, it was a little bit more spread out. So I remember we would bike and we would look for like really bright colored houses, or we would spend a lot of time in apartment complexes looking for Hispanics. And it was honestly a lot of fun. It was like playing a game of hide and seek, trying to find the Hispanics. As far as learning Spanish, I was really blessed to have, my trainer was the best American Spanish speaker in the mission, so that really helped me out a lot. But there's definitely a learning curve. It's definitely frustrating sometimes because you want to say something, but you have to say it in a different way, or you just don't really have the same power to express yourself as you do in your native language. And I especially remember at the beginning there were a couple times when you just make mistakes and you feel really dumb. I remember at one door that we knocked, I was trying to say that we use the Book of Mormon as well as the Bible, but because my Spanish was limited, I ended up saying we use the Book of Mormon instead of the Bible. And my trainer jumped in like a good guy. He didn't give me a hard time about it or anything, but he explained to this person that I was learning Spanish and that's not what I meant, that we use both the Bible and the Book of Mormon. So I remember feeling a little bit embarrassed about that. But I think the biggest thing with learning the language is just getting over that initial fear and making yourself speak, even though you might not have the cleanest Spanish or whatever language you might be learning. Because it's just through practice that you pick it up more than anything. And obviously in language study, making sure that you have a schedule of things you want to study. That was probably something I struggled a little bit with on my mission, was having effective language study, just because I would just kind of go day to day, and when language study would roll around, I'd just be like, oh, well, this is what I'm going to do today. I didn't really have a long-term goal. So that's something I would definitely recommend for people who are learning a language, to have long-term language goals.